There are some really annoying birds outside. Hey guys, it's Alice. So I am ill, which is why I sound a bit dodgy. I've got a really sore throat, so bear with me. I've really been struggling with video ideas. I really just haven't known what to film. I love books, but I can't film all my videos about books. And a week in my lives are fun, but like they're 20 minutes long. So anyway, I tried to write down a list of like ideas, and I wanted to do some videos about Brighton. So whether that's about like uni or about the plays. So if you've never seen me before, hey, my name's Alice. Nice to meet you. Really appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe. Mean the world to me. I thought that I would do a video about moving to Brighton in general. So this isn't going to be about my course. This is going to be about if you're moving to Brighton Uni and you want to know a bit more about the city, because basically recently I had a guy contact me who used to go to my secondary school who was thinking of coming here and wanted some advice about the city and wanted to know everything basically. So I've kind of got a good idea of the type of stuff that I should be talking about. So yeah, without further ado, let's just go on into the video. For those of you who don't know, I am in my first year at University of Brighton. I'm currently living on halls on campus, and that leads me into my first point, which is about the campuses. So there are different campuses. So within the University of Brighton, there's the Brighton campuses, the Eastbourne campuses and the Hastings campuses. I know nothing about Eastbourne or Hastings, I'm completely separate from them, so I'm on the Brighton campuses. And within the Brighton campuses there is Falmer, Moulsecoomb and Grand Parade. The halls of Falmer are called Paddock Fields and Great Wilkins. Great Wilkins is for nurses and people who have a longer tenancy. And the halls at Grand Parade are called Phoenix, I think. And then there's halls kind of separate from all the campuses called Varley Park. With halls you might not necessarily get put into halls first time. Like I do understand I was very lucky to be put in the hall, like my top choice halls for the first year. So I completely understand that it's quite hard to get into, but what I do want to say if you are thinking about coming to Brighton Uni is that after you get your results there are Facebook groups and like house hunting groups so that you can meet other people who are looking for houses, or if you've already got a house and you don't know who your housemates are, you can find them on there, because that's how we found our flatmates. So the Falmer campus, from what I've gathered, obviously just personal experience, this is where all the social sciences is, hence why I'm here, where all the education is, so like primary education, things like that, and English and media and so on and so forth. And then Moulsecoomb is where things like business school is, geography, engineering, maths, and I think things like medicine and sciences and all of those. And then Grand Parade is kind of like the artsy one, so that's like illustration, fine art, fashion, all of those. Transport between the campuses, there are buses, you can get buses. My preferred way of getting around is trains, because Moulsecoomb train station and the Falmer train station are on campus, like they're pretty much on the campus, so they're the best way to get around to those, whereas it would probably be easier to get the bus to Grand Parade if that was where you were going. Getting home from wherever you are, there is a coach station here, and obviously there is a train station which is very central to Brighton, and you can get the train from Brighton to London Victoria, which takes like an hour and 20 minutes. Obviously there's trains to every other place, but Brighton is the end of the line, which is quite useful, so it means that, you know, normally the trains are here earlier and you get to sit on it and be warm for an extra 10 minutes before you leave, and you can't miss your stop when you're coming here because it is the end of the line. The second thing to know about possibly moving to Brighton is the weather. When you move here, even though we're closer to the equator, you think it should be warmer, it's colder, so bring warm clothes, coats, umbrellas, hats, scarves, the whole thing, gloves, everything. You need it basically in winter, you do. Although as today is, as you can see by my hand, is very sunny, and so that's why I struggle with the lighting. That's something to be aware of. You know, we didn't really get much snow and stuff over winter, which is good, but because you're next to the sea it is freezing. And so another thing I want to talk about is the nightlife at Brighton, because obviously that's something that most uni students are interested in. Obviously if you're not, that's completely okay. I think it's really, really good. All of the kind of clubs, not pubs less so, but all of the clubs are basically in the same place. So they're all down, I don't remember, but I think it's called North Street, I'm not sure, and along the seafront, and so they're all within like a less than 5-minute walk from each other. Some of them are literally next door to each other. There's pretty much something going on every single night of the week, so I think, you know, Mondays Coalition is good, Tuesdays is the Arch, I think, Wednesdays is Prism, Thursdays can either be revenge or shoosh, you know, Fridays could be walkabout, Saturdays, don't really go out on Saturdays, but anywhere on Saturdays basically. It's good, it's so good, and there's probably stuff on Sundays as well, but I just don't really know. Oh yeah, the Horn is good, that's where I went recently with Grace. I think it's brilliant. There's something for everyone, like whether you like drum and bass, whether you like pop music, whatever you want. And also the good thing about the Prism here is on the student nights, most prisms you have to wear like dress and heels and stuff, but on the student nights you literally don't. Like, it's where all the sports socials go, so you have people dressed up as hippies, people dressed up as babies, people like wearing surfer clothes. Like, you can literally wear whatever you want to because that's where all the societies go. Speaking of societies, there is so much in Brighton. Being a bit hypocritical because I haven't actually joined any, but I might be soon. I don't want to say anything in case I don't, and because like, oh. But anyway, there's loads of sports, loads. The only thing I would say about the sports societies, I didn't try out for any myself, so obviously take it with a pinch of salt. This is just my own personal judgment. Let's say you wanted to join the dance society. It's more implied that you already know how to dance rather than they're going to teach you. So when I went down at Freshers Fair and was having a look, and they said to me, they were like, come join our team, and I was like, oh, I'm really sorry, I can't dance. And they were like, oh, and like that was it. So there was no, we'll teach you, that's okay. There's different groups, like it's, you kind of are expected to do it already. And most of the sports teams have like trials and stuff, so you have to try out to get into them. So that's why I like going to the gym and doing classes at the gym, because then it's not like pressure to do anything. But that is the only thing I'll say. There is the issue of some sports things happen at different campuses, so you're gonna have to travel obviously to get there. But it's definitely, if you go to Freshers Fair, definitely worth asking, because there were some societies I walked past and I said, does it matter if I've never done it before? And some of them were okay with it, some of them weren't. Let's say you wanted to do something but you didn't want to join the team, there's lots of like park life things, which is kind of a sports, it's like a sports company around here. It's like it does certain classes and each class is £1 and you can kind of just turn up and play netball or play tennis or whatever you want to do. Like, you don't have to be in the team for it. And that goes on to the another thing of the gym. I've said this multiple times, so I don't want to keep boring everyone, but if you're in first year, well, if you're in halls at Brighton, any halls, you get an off-peak gym membership at the university gyms for free. So that's from 7:30 in the mornings until about 4:30, and that includes any classes that run from those times. Any classes that are past those times you have to pay for. But I love the gym, I go pretty much every day. Definitely gives me something to do. Places to eat. So I will talk about Falmer campus because obviously that's where I am. We have Starbucks on campus, there is a little tiny Costa and a little small cafe in one of the main buildings, Checkland building, in West Lane House. There is a cafe up there which is where all the catered people eat at. So obviously I'm self-catered, and because I live on campus it means that for this first year, if I ever have lectures and then I have a break, like an hour break, I'll come back here and eat. But obviously, you know, not everyone has that, so people either bring lunch or you can get lunch somewhere else. And I think you can buy things from that like canteen place even if you're not catered, you just have to pay for it like in person, because I got a coffee there the other day for the first time, which was cool. And obviously I don't really know much about Moulsecoombe, but I think there is a Starbucks as well. I think they have a lot more. I think they have like a bigger eating place. I know nothing about Grand Parade, but obviously in Brighton there's so much stuff, like there's no point me going into any of them. Oh, making friends. That is another thing, because I know that some people worry about coming to unis where they don't know anyone because you're worried about making friends, which I completely understand because that was me, I was in the same boat. But obviously your flatmates is a great way to meet friends. Freshers, I know there's people that met people like online and agreed to like go out for pre's and stuff, and then like our best friends now. Course mates, we got put into certain learning groups, so we kind of got closer with those people because they were more likely to be in our lectures or seminars and stuff. But obviously I've just started semester 2 and I'm already getting to be really good friends with someone that I literally met like a week ago. If after your first semester, for example, you're like, oh my god, like I actually have no friends, what do I do? Like there is still opportunities to make friends and meet people and stuff. Societies, obviously, if you have a job, that's obviously a good way to meet people. And I didn't personally go because I think I had uni at the time, but I know that a couple of weeks ago there was a refreshers fair, so that gave you a second chance to join societies and things like that. Kind of linking with societies, obviously I've literally only been once, so I can't really comment. If you are into that stuff, then church, there is obviously always, you know, you can go to church, and I know that they have like a students group. Most churches that are aimed towards students normally have like a students group where you can meet up and meet other people who go to uni. So I'm actually going to my first students group on Tuesday and obviously church on Sunday, so wish me luck, we'll see how that goes. This is just kind of an overall about moving to Brighton Uni in general. I didn't want to talk too much about my subject because obviously, you know, everyone does different subjects, things like that. I think I am going to do a different video on my subject personally, but I'm only halfway through, so I don't know whether to do that now and talk about my first semester or to do that later when I finish the first year. Obviously by that point people would have already chosen whether or not to go to Brighton, so I don't really know. I hope that this has helped. I filmed a room tour, so if you want to see that, feel free. If you want to know a bit more about what my life is like in general at Brighton, then I've got like a week in my life videos and stuff that you can watch. I hope that this has been helpful. Again, if you've got any questions, please leave them below, because then I would love to film like a kind of Q&A about uni if anyone would be interested in that. I just wanted to do this to like help anyone who kind of doesn't really know anything about the city. What I would completely recommend is going to the open days, like go. And the guy I mentioned earlier, like he couldn't go to any of the open days, so he just came down by himself and had a look around, and luckily I was free that day to go and show him around. There's always a way around it. I love this city, like it isn't for everyone, you know. Grace wouldn't want to live here. Grace is my twin, by the way, but I love it and it's perfect for me, and I feel like I fit in really well here. But yeah, so obviously I'm biased, I go here. I like it here. I hope you've all had an amazing day. I'm gonna love you and leave you, and I'll hopefully see you next Monday with another video.